Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today I'm reviewing the KamiOne 02A, aka Super Saiyan Gogeta from the Fusion Reborn movie. I know I'm a little behind schedule with this one, but Omni didn't get it to me until just a couple of days ago. What can I do? Anyways, I'm going to have to ask your forgiveness right here at the beginning of the video. I have a super sore throat. I've just been battling allergies and stuff like that with the weather changing, so please bear with me. But anyways, let's jump right into him because I am excited, and let's take a look at his package. It's kind of a Tonson art looking package right here. Not always my favorite, and I definitely don't like the color on this box. It's just kind of throwing me off a little bit. It doesn't have anything to do with this character. But anyways, got a decent window right here, decent little figure image sort of right there on the front, and on the back here it's some, I guess, some artwork, not too horrible, and it comes with one other package right here that holds the remaining components of the figure. But anyways, that is enough about this package. Let's get him out of the package and take a closer look at him. All right, here he is fresh out of the box. And I got to tell you, I like the look of him. He kind of looks like Street Fighter 2 Sagat and Krillin had a baby. And I think it actually looks kind of cool, but we'll look at him, in his real form here in a minute. Let's get him measured up real quick. To the top of this figure's head, he is 5.5 inches tall, which would make him 14 centimeters. With a Gogeta head on him, I think he's about 6.5 inches tall. But speaking of that, let's get his hair and makeup on him real quick and compare him to some other figures. All right, this is a little more like it right here. Let's stand him next to some other figures. Right here he is with the Demoniacal Fit Hero Waltz, and I think they look pretty good. They're basically the exact same height, but the sculpts and everything are definitely different, and the color schemes are slightly different, but they look really, really good. Let's put him next to the SH Figuarts Gogeta right here, and this figure is clearly older, but I really think that it kind of holds up. Let me stand him up so I can move my hand. I think it still holds up really well. That figure was a little bit ahead of its time, but I think he looks really, really nice. And just for fun, here he is with the Daima Goku, just because Goku is half of this figure's personality, and I think they look pretty good themselves. And don't worry, you're going to see more of all these figures when we go over his aesthetic here in a little bit. And here he is with the Daima Vegeta real quick, and I think that looks pretty nice. All right, now for accessories, he comes with a ton of stuff, and it's actually pretty decently done. He comes with essentially 5 head sculpts. He comes with that like Muay Thai fighter head sculpt on him in the package, and he also comes with a base form Gogeta head that is done really, really well. I like the look of it a lot. And he also comes with 3 Super Saiyan head sculpts. He comes with one Super Saiyan head sculpt where the hair's a little more full than the other 2. He comes with one that is, like I said, a little less full as far as the hair sculpt, but it also has a hole in the back of the head to hold the halo that we'll see here in a second. And he comes with a windswept hair sculpt that looks pretty good, and the bang is blowing in different directions. Done really, really well. He comes with 5 face plates in total for the base form head sculpt. He comes with an open mouth yelling face, a serious face. He's got 2 different smirking faces and a teeth gritting face. And for the Super Saiyan head sculpt, he gets 5 face plates as well. He gets an open mouth yelling face, he gets a serious face and a teeth gritting face, and then he gets like another type of serious face with the eyes looking different, and a grinning face with the eyes look a little different. They look really nice. For hands, he gets like 16 hands. Anything you can think of, he's got it. We have seen it all before. He also comes with 2 hands to hold his little energy effect piece, which looks really good. It's kind of pearlescently looking, and it looks pretty good. It's painted pretty well. He's also got a cross arms attachment right here, and I'm not that big of a fan of it, honestly. In person, it's kind of cheaply done. I'm not that big of a fan of it. And he's got exchangeable forearms like we all knew about, and they look pretty good. I just haven't swapped them out yet. He's got these little shoulder piece kind of things here to like replace the butterfly part, if you wanted to make him look like the Muay Thai fighter. He's got 2 different vests, one a little more open, and it looks pretty good. And he's got one that's like designed to be a little more closed, and I think it looks good enough. His halo, we've seen halos before. This one ain't the best looking one ever. Kind of cheaply done, but not too bad overall. Now for aesthetic, he looks pretty darn good, I gotta say. Skin tone, he might be a little too peachy kind of looking, but that's not really that big of a deal. He looks pretty good. Got a nice matte finish all over the figure. There's nothing shiny about him. I like the sculpt of the hair, the Super Saiyan hair, and the base form hair for that matter, but you've seen that one already. He looks pretty nice. I like his face plates. They're kind of wide and definitely have a Gogeta look to them, particularly this iteration of Gogeta. I like it a lot. I like his accessories like y'all just saw, but I like his musculature. It's pretty good. He's not super duper beefy, but he's definitely shredded. Got a nice small waist. I like how this iteration has a nice long sash on him, kind of like how the Hero Waltz did. Speaking of that, we'll just stand them next to each other really quick. Very similar sculpts, yet they're distinctly different all at the same time. I don't really know how to say that other than that, but they both look pretty good. They both got the long sash compared to the shorter one for the Dragon Ball Super, and the different colored pants. I like it pretty well. This one, I like the color scheme that they've used. I like the lighter pants, to be quite honest, and I like the color of blue that they chose. I like this and don't like the way they've done the hips with these kind of fisherman's wader pants right here around the hips, you know, for the thighs. But this is flexible, and we'll see how that works in the articulation here in a minute. But overall, he looks good. With the exchangeable forearms, they've kind of had to make the joint look a little different than I'm kind of used to, but I don't think it should be a problem long term. Overall, I mean, he looks pretty darn good. Now for articulation, let's see how well he moves. He's got a neck joint, so the figure will look down pretty good. He's got a collar around the vest, so he's not going to look up real great for you. But the head is going to nuance around and all that, and that's because, if I can pop it off, he is on a double ball peg.
Thank you.
But it's not a really well done double ball peg. It is a short little peg right here, and the ball isn't very big, so we're not getting that added range that we could have had. So that was kind of a swing and a miss. They could have given us a little bit more out of that, maybe made the hair stand up a little bit off of the collar a little bit so we could get some nice look up action, but whatever. His shoulders, they're a little tight and kind of squeaky, but way above 90 right there, so I've got no problem. Full 360, no big deal. If you do that, that thing pops right back on the back, so not a big deal right there. Now, he does have a butterfly, and this is probably where you'll hear the squeaking, if you can hear that. So the hands will more or less touch each other. Not as good as the SH Figuarts butterfly was done for that Gogeta, but this will serve your purposes for what you're going to want to do with him, so it's not that big a deal. He's got a bicep swivel that works just fine. Again, kind of squeaky. Double jointed elbow, tons of range, so I like that pretty well. And he's got wrists that are ball hinges. Nothing new for this, SH Figuarts-esque type of figure. Now, his diaphragm brake right here, there is neutral for you. And just on it, he's going to crunch forward pretty well for you with no gapping in the back, so I like that. He's going to lean back pretty well on it. You're going to get not much twist out of the diaphragm brake, but you do get some lean and some slight tilt. Down here in the waist is a ball peg, and that's where you're going to get even more lean and twist and crunch. So altogether, they work together really, really well. I like the articulation around the waist. Of course, the belt, it moves around. I always forget to point that out because it's not something I really care about. Now, these hips, they look pretty darn good. Little bit of dangle down here, not gonna lie, but that never has really bothered me. Engineering kind of hanging out on the bottom there. People like to sexualize it, but whatever. Nice front kick, big, way up above the waist. I like that. This is a soft piece, like I said, so he can kick back halfway decent, but you're probably gonna get a little bit of bunching and some gapping in the front, so bear that in mind. Thigh swivel, it's really tight on mine just because I think my figure in general is just kind of tight and squeaky, but it is there. Double jointed knee, tons of range. The proportions look pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of this type of knee. I don't really like that, but knees have always been a bit of a problem for SH Figuarts and companies that try to emulate them. No shin swivel. Ankle is a ball hinge that'll give us a little bit of down. Little to no up, but that's because of the sculpt of the leg wraps. That shouldn't shock you. And he has a ankle pivot right here, little ankle hinge, whatever, rocker, whatever you want to call it. So it works pretty good. No peg holes in the bottoms of the feet. And the toe hinge looks like absolute poopy. That's an old kind of design. You'd think, with all the new engineering, they would have come up with a little bit better toe hinge, but it's there. Overall, he moves really well. Okay, final thoughts on the KamiOne Super Saiyan Gogeta right here. Honestly, I feel like he's pretty much a rehash of the demoniacal fit hero waltz.
Shut up, bitch!
There I said it. I know a lot of people like the hair sculpt better. I honestly can't really make too big of an argument with that. It does look a little bit better, but the figure is a lot more expensive. Yes, it comes with a lot of accessories. I personally feel like some of those accessories are a bit of an overkill, but he's not a bad figure. He moves, equal to the hero waltz. That's kind of pick your poison. If you just want to save some money, definitely get the hero waltz. You won't be upset by that. Overall, this figure, I'm going to give him a B-. He is quite expensive. Yes, I know he comes with a lot of accessories, but he's not really an upgrade from the hero waltz figure. So if you have the hero waltz, you don't need this. But anyways, if you like anything we're doing here on the channel, be sure and give us a like and subscribe to us. I know a lot of you all that watch these videos aren't subscribers, so get subscribed. I see you. Hype the videos as well, and check out that video that YouTube just suggested for you. I think you'll like it. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.